Okay, hello everybody. This is Mr. McLean. I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the syllabus just so we all understand what's going on. Okay, so first of all, what you want to do is you want to click on a link below to view your schedule for this course. Obviously, you're going to click on the one that pertains to you. So if you're in my first period class, go ahead and click on that, and then you'll see your schedule for my class. So first period, we meet on Monday and Thursday. So Monday we meet from 8:30 to 9:20 a.m. That's a live online session, and then we have flex or independent work from 9:20 to 9:50 a.m. Those times are reflected on Thursday as well. And then Wednesday is if you have any questions or your parents have any questions or you want to meet with me about anything, we could do that in office hours. And we also have advisory on Wednesday. Now, you would go to whoever your advisory teacher is, whoever you went to for advisory yesterday, that's who you would go to for advisory on Wednesdays. And then we also have flex and independent work time. Okay, so like I said, you want to click on the one that pertains to you. So if you're in my eighth period, go ahead and click on that link. If you ever have any confusion on when we meet, when flex period is, when my office hours are, and so forth. Okay. So here's a syllabus table of contents. Okay, there's a welcome and a course overview. You have my teacher, your teacher contact information. So that would be my information and my meeting hours. We have some technical or extra support for any of you who have technical issues. For example, if you're like my camera never works or my microphone never works, click on this link. It'll give you a number to contact. We have course materials, so that means some of the text that we'll be reading, everything that you'll need to be successful in this class. You'll click on there. It's the basic things. You're going to need your Chromebook or your laptop or some type of device that you can work on. You're going to need a few pieces of literature that I'll actually provide for you, which will be covered here in the required text. We have our quarter one course schedule. Now, I don't want you guys, this may change. So I don't want you guys getting too hung up on our quarter one course schedule. Things may change in there, but for the most part, you could go ahead and click on that and just kind of get an idea of what kind of things we'll be learning. We have our grading policy. You want to click on that. You definitely want to click on that. We'll also go over that in this slide, in this presentation. We have our classwork and our homework policy. I should change this word homework to independent work because I don't plan on giving you guys really any homework. We have our late work policy, which I want everyone to take seriously. We'll go over that. We have our quarter two course schedule, course expectations, course agreement, and course norms. Okay, so let's go over some of this stuff. So, syllabus, welcome, and course overview. Welcome to the virtual school, Riverside Virtual School, for the 2021 through 22 school year. Students taking this course will receive a fair chance to grow as a human being in an ever-changing society. Students will develop literacy skills as they critically read, challenge, or affirm literature that they can identify with. Students who participate regularly and active in this course will leave this course with a stronger sense of love for self, neighbor, reading, writing, and learning in general. Okay, here's my contact info and meeting hours. So, as you know, my name is Mr. McLean. Also, as you know, we're in ELA 8. My email address is right here for you. You can literally copy and paste that into your, if you ever need to email me. And if you want to see my office hours, it's going to prompt you to see your schedule for office hours. So you'll click on that and then say you're in my third period. Then this will tell you when my office hours are. And you see they're on Wednesday. Okay. Let's go back to. Okay, so technical or extra support, you're going to want to if you ever need help and it's outside of my office hours or it's something that I cannot help you with, such as something related to technology, your Chromebooks or your devices or anything like that, you want to contact you can email support@riversideunified.org, or you could call this number right here, 951-208-7185. Now, if this information changes, I'll go on to the syllabus and change it. Okay, so there's that information for you. Your course materials. Here's the things you'll need every day coming into my class. You're going to need a computer, a laptop, or a Chromebook. So, computer or Chromebook, or some other electronic device. Okay. You're also going to need a pen or a pencil every single day. That's not to say we'll be using a pen or a pencil every day, but it's better to be prepared. Okay. And you'll also need a notebook or a notepad that you use only for my class, okay? So I don't want you to have any science work in that notepad, history, anything else, just language arts, okay? Here's some of the text that we'll be reading that I will be providing for you. You don't need to go out and get these texts or anything like that. I'll be providing it for you. We'll be reading Taco Head, okay, which is an excerpt from The Tequila Worm by Viola Canales. We'll be reading Abuela Invents the Zero by Judith Ortiz Cofer. We'll be reading The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison, Esperanza Rising by Pam Munoz Ryan, Souls of Black Folk by W.B. Du Bois, and this list will continue to be added on to. All these readings that you see here are only for quarter 1 and 2, okay? So we'll definitely have more to add to this list as we move into quarter 3 and quarter 4. So here's what your quarter 1 course schedule looks like. Okay, so next week we're gonna begin our digital citizenship. We're kind of going over our welcome, where we introduce ourselves to each other and get to know each other. But then we're gonna go into digital citizenship. All right. Unit 1, is gonna be our intro. We're gonna start off with our intro, and this is gonna be on identity, character, and most importantly, you. Okay, how do identity and character shape who you are? So we're going to go into that. Unit 1, Section 1 will be lessons 1 through 1.5, and you'll see what that looks like as we go over some of our assignments and things like that. We're going to have an overview of that. Unit 1, Section 2 is lessons 2 through 2.5, and the text to be got in that instruction will be Taco Head. Unit 3 through 3.5 will be covered in Unit 1, Section 3. Lessons 3 through 3.5 will be covered in Unit 1, Section 3. And the text that we'll be using for that is Abuela Invents the Zero. And then finally, Unit 1, Section 4 will cover lessons 4 through 4.5. And the text we'll be using for that is Souls of Black Folk. Okay. And then at the end of this unit, at the end of Unit 1, we're going to have a district writing assessment. And as we go through our lessons, we're going to be building to that district writing assessment. We're going to be building the skills that we need to be able to perform on the district writing assessment. Here's our grading policy. Very easy and straightforward. Classwork is 30% of your grade. Make sure you're doing your classwork. Think about it. Let's say you do all of your independent work, all of your assessments, all your writings, and you participate, but you do not do any classwork. The best grade you'll be able to get is a C-, because if you take 30% away from 100%, you're at a 70. 70% is a C-. Do your classwork. It's never going to be too difficult. It's not going to be things that you're not able to do. Do it and get your points, okay? Independent work is 20% of your grade. Usually, independent work is going to be an extension of classwork, meaning whatever we did in class, whatever we did in class, you'll be doing something similar to that. Whatever we did in class that day, or whatever we're doing in class that week, you'll be doing something similar for independent work, just so you can get the extra practice, okay? Your assessments, which are like your tests and your quizzes, are only 10% of your grade. And there's a reason for that. If you want to know why, we'll discuss that in greater detail. Your writings are 30% of your grade. Very important. And that's because I want to develop writers. Okay. And finally, participation is 10% of your grade. Very important. Very important to note. Video participation counts as part of your participation grade. So if you don't have your video on, you will not get that full 10%. Okay, classwork and homework submission policy. All classwork and homework will be assigned on Google Classroom. I repeat, all your homework and all your classwork, and that shouldn't say homework, it should say independent work, but all your classwork and independent work will be assigned on Google Classroom. I will never email you an assignment to do. I will never give you a link to an assignment. It will all go through Google Classroom. All of your classwork and independent work is due on the due date given in Google Classroom. So if you ever want to know when an assignment is due, you don't need to ask me. Go to Google Classroom and it'll tell you when it's due. All of your classwork and independent work must be submitted on Google Classroom. I do not want anyone trying to email me their homework or independent work or classwork. My late work policy. I will only accept late work without a penalty if you have a serious or severe circumstance, okay, that did not allow you to complete your assignment. Other than that, do not try to turn late work into me because I will not accept it. So if you have a real reason, a very serious reason, then yes, I'll accept your late work. It is your responsibility to communicate with me during office hours. So if you had a situation that prevented you from doing your work, you need to communicate with me not during class, during my office hours. Okay. The time I'll give you to submit any late work will depend on the severity of your circumstance and the length, complexity, or rigor of the assignment. Okay. So if you missed an essay that we did in class and that we planned for like a week, and you missed class because you had an emergency, I'm not going to give you just one day to turn that assignment in. I'll probably give you the full week and maybe even a little bit more time. Okay. So just know that, like I said, on day one, I am your advocate. I want you to win. I'm not trying to make life harder for you. So but you have to communicate. All right. Okay. Syllabus. Here's our course expectations. I need you to try your hardest, and I do not allow you guys to give up. And you shouldn't allow yourselves to give up. There is no giving up in my class. I need you to be humble. A lot of you are very smart, bright, talented kids. But if you're confused about something, you need to ask questions. Don't feel like, oh, I'm too smart or I'm going to look dumb if I ask questions. No, smart people ask questions. Intelligent people ask a lot of questions, and you need to do the same. Disrespect toward anyone will never be tolerated. And I mean never. If I ever even think somebody is disrespecting somebody in my class, it's going to be really bad. I do not condone disrespect at all. I actually hate it. And this is not the class to be doing that. It's not the place. Please do not disrespect anyone in here. All of our work that we're doing in here, it's not optional. It's not like, oh, I'm asking you to do the work. It's no, we need to do this work so we could develop skills. So please make sure you're doing your work. I want you to have fun. I want you to participate in discussions. Okay. A lot of you guys, well, some of you guys may be a little shy to participate. I need you to participate in discussions, and your camera needs to be on. I cannot stress that enough. Please turn your camera on. Here's our course agreement. I need you to agree to the following: that you'll try your hardest, you will not give up, you'll be respectful to everyone, and accept responsibility for your actions by correcting your behavior if you have a bad day. You'll try your hardest to come to class on time, try your hardest to get your work done and turned in on time, and you'll try your hardest to participate in every discussion, and you'll be a mature learner. and you'll grow as a human being and a lifelong learner slash truth seeker. If you agree to this, I need you to go click on this link up here in the copy of the syllabus that I'm going to give you. Click on that link and fill out the course agreement. This course agreement is worth points. So if you want to start off with 100% of my class, please fill out that course agreement and get that submitted on Google Classroom. Here are the course norms. I need you to keep your microphones muted until I ask you to unmute. If you want to participate in the discussion, you need to raise your hand by clicking the raise hand icon in Google Meet. Come to class on time, turn in work on time. Find a quiet space to work during class so you do not disturb others in your home and so you're not distracted. Turn on your camera. Make sure you have a clear workspace to write and store your materials. Check your surroundings. Make sure there are no personal items in your workspace that you wouldn't want your classmates seeing. Turn off notifications and social media so you're not distracted. Turn phones off so you're not distracted. Okay, that's it, you guys. I'm looking forward to the growth and everything that's about to happen this school year. If you have any questions or concerns, reach out to me and let me know.